Red Lobster es mejor que Olive Garden. That was the opening sentence to a composition from one of my students in my Spanish class. I thought it was so funny that it would make a great hook for this video. Very clear, very crisp, very well written, so way to go, student. That said, today was class day. It's a Monday. I had to get out of my clothes though because it started raining and I took my baby for a walk and yada yada yada. So that said, one of the updates is actually in regards to this class, Spanish class. I have a student in the front row, studies philosophy. We get along great on that front. But today he asked me a question that caught me off guard. Teachers, you know that jostled feeling, like what? We're using constructions for comparisons. So for example, Red Lobster is better than Olive Garden. And the student asked me, why can't we use the words another way? Specifically, the translation is, this is as good as that. Where in English, the word as is used twice. In Spanish, we use tan como. Esto es tan bueno como eso. And the student said, well, in English, we can switch the two as's. In Spanish, can we switch tan y como? And I was jostled because it seems so obvious. How are you going to move words around? Like, when it's clearly the construction is tan ex como. And all the students, you know, they turn up to me and the students looking at me almost mad, like expecting me to more than answering his question, it felt like he wanted the right answer. Or the right way of answering. And I was just like, it's so obvious, why don't you get it? And I just quickly sketched the drawing of a car and I said, well, because you put the front bumper in the front and the back bumper in the back. And it's just how you construct a car. And this is how you construct the sentences in Spanish. It just felt very... I don't like answering students in appealing to my authority or to the language's authority. It's the way it is. It just feels unsatisfying. And I wish I had a better answer to give them, but anyway, it became an update. Funny questions from students. Another update is also related to school. I'm reading Mary McCarthy's The Groves of Academe, which apparently is a reference to Plato's Academy, which was situated in a grove, allegedly. That's something I read off a website. And it's starting to just really drag on. I'm like on page 60 something. And it's in my genre that I studied for my doctorate, campus fiction. And it's one of the early examples of campus fiction from the 50s. And I don't know, it's just sort of everybody cites it. But I was trying to realize maybe not everybody reads the book because it's just kind of getting sluggish. So that's that update. Drop a comment below if you actually love the book or if I'm just not reading it right. But right now I'm just like, oh, get to the story. It's very tedious storytelling. And the last update is from a video I saw today from a poet. And I'm going to link the video down below, but he has a series on why writers, or how to be a writer with a full-time job. And he also has a series analyzing poetry. And I watched the first episode in that series titled, What is Poetry? And his definition just was very nice. He gives a million other definitions, but the one he gives is, poetry is a special kind of speech that invites and rewards a special kind of hearing. Is the progeny. So poetry is a special kind of speech that invites and rewards a special kind of hearing. And the same goes for writing and reading. So I thought that was very nice. And just to end very quick before, you know, the boss comes barging in, I will answer any question you have in Spanish. just send me an email, drop a comment. I will answer your doubt in Spanish. You could just Google it, but if you can't find the answer on Google, maybe this humble professor who uses analogies of cars may be able to help. With that, clap goodbye.